At the end of the day, like, I built my life being myself, which I knew I was an acquired taste from the very beginning. And I realized that whoever will be with me is gonna be with me, whether you're be my friend or whether it's more than that. And I do have certain standards that we must abide by and live by. I do have certain expectations that must be met and criterias. I do have certain standards that a lot of people may not be able to do. And I'm okay with that because I don't want to be for a lot of people. I want to be for a person that's going to honor my standards and respect my standards and appreciate my standards. And as well as, you know, vice versa. So when you're easy to please, you're for everybody. And then slowly, but not really the streets.
Like a people pleaser.
You're a people pleaser, exactly. So slowly but surely, what's gonna happen is everybody's gonna get a shot at you. And when everybody gets a shot at you, by the time you actually get to the person that you want, you already done drained yourself. You know, when you're hard to please, I could happily say I've been in really 3, 4, if you want to count one, serious relationships, and every one of them were great. Aaron said, me and Aaron was talking about this earlier, we've always picked good relationships. I don't think that we, yeah, you did too. But I'm saying that she brought it up. But it's not about picking good relationships. It's about having strong standards. And when you have strong standards and criterias and you're not willing to budge, now I'm not saying be stubborn. Obviously there's a balance. But when you have those, what happens is people will tend to, the people that you attract will be the people that will work. Now, granted, there's different variables on why things don't work. Time, you know, youth, whatever the case may be, but it's okay because at the end of the day, when you self-reflect on your life, your situations, and your relationships with the people that you were with, you'll be happy because you'll be like, you know what, this was a good person. I get on here at 8 at the table all the time and say all my exes were great, right? And that's because I've had these strong standards. I was hard to please, but these people were able to please me. In my past, I wasn't able to please them, you know, or wasn't willing to please them, I should say.
Sorry. I have a question for Rico. Do you think that you had to grow in order to appreciate those relationships? Or do you think that they were, like, when did you realize they were great relationships? Because I only ask because I've had someone say, oh, you know, if those relationships, if you had great relationships, they would have lasted. And I'm just like, that's not necessarily the case.
Well,
that's not always the case.
I'm gonna be honest, and I sympathized with you before when we were talking about the whole thing earlier, and you're saying you're not where you want to be at. And unfortunately for me in my life, but it's an fortunate, right? Because I don't regret nothing that I have today. The woman, my kids, my family, everything is great. But I've had great women prior, right? And because I was too focused on where I wanted to be at in my life, that I pushed that person away.
Wrong time.
It really wasn't wrong time. It was wrong principles and wrong priorities. Because
Well, it means it was the wrong time in your life is what I'm saying.
I mean, I was at the wrong time. I was at the wrong,
It was
technically,
at the wrong time.
yes.
You didn't have those principles.
No. The thing is, it took for me to lose them, to realize I could have still got there with that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't need to prioritize my own needs and aspirations and be in order to be with this person. You know, because this person or these people were great to me, right? So what I would say is it took for me to lose good people and good opportunities in my life in different ways and shape and forms for me to reflect in certain scenarios.
And also when you lose certain people, you realize that in your situations that you're in now, in the future, you know what you can and can't tolerate sometimes, or you know what you can and cannot deal with. And sometimes you reflect on it and you're not trying to compare your situation to the past. It's just that, you know what, I know that things, like, I can make a relationship work. And although it didn't work, I know exactly that it's, you know, like, I know what I can do in a relationship. And so it sucks when you have people that are just like, oh, if that didn't work, you know, then it was probably your fault or whatever. But I think sometimes, you know, it just takes a little bit of, like,
maturity.
Yeah, maturity.
Yeah. I think it's important. Like, my first girlfriend that was in high school, well, she wasn't my first, but my first real serious over a year.
Is it?
No. That was after. Right? So after I got my karma with her, I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna just be good. And then I got the girl that everybody else wanted, which was cool too, because I wanted her even worse. But anyways, the first relationship that I would consider a very serious relationship, which was over 12 months when I was 17. I dated her till I was 19. And I used to tell every girl that came after her that, yo, listen, my ex set the bar very high. Right? My ex set the bar very high.
It definitely happens.
I'm not gonna be like, whatever you think this is, that's cool. I'm not telling you what you can and can't do. I'm telling you what don't work with me. And every ex that I got, because I was hard to please, because I was granted I picked a quality partner, which I think everybody needs to focus on.
Right.
Picking quality partners, whether or not they work is regardless. Honestly, to be honest, nothing in life is really hard, right?
You just have to set.
I live in a way, a simplified life. What do you want? Okay? What do you want, and don't budge. If it takes you 5 years to get what you want, then it took you 5 years to get what you want. Do you still want it? Yes? No? What changes do you need to make? Make? Don't make. It's very simple. So when I got my first relationship, before that, I always moved with a certain aura. I need this, this, and this, and this, and this. And this was just things that I thought that I needed, right, in my relationship. I got it. A lot of it worked. Some of it didn't, right? So when I went forward, listen, my ex set the bar very high. She was able to do, if it was 10 things, she was able to do 7. It didn't work. Now I'm looking, you got to do 7 or more, because I'm not going to go do 6. You know what I'm saying?
Came from 7.
I came from 7. I'm not going to go backwards.
Right.
And with that, I was single for about 3 years. And then another one came, and she did 7.
Right.
Right? That failed. And then from that, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm not doing 7 no more, because 7 don't work for me.
Right.
I need 8. So when my next one came,
Kevin Samuels in like 7.
yeah, exactly. When my next one came, she was 9. 9 is great. 9 you can work with, right? And when that failed, that was
When that failed.
when that failed, but that didn't.
Hung it up.
That
You
didn't-
got a 10. My hitter.
So, but but that's what. See, that one didn't fail though because of her. That one failed because of me. The other one just failed because of timing. Right? That one failed because of me. So when you pick quality partners, now when you go ahead and you're used to dealing with quality partners, I'm not saying sex. I'm talking about dating, right? Real core dating. Then when somebody comes along and they look good, that's not good enough for you. When somebody comes along and they got money, that's not good enough for you. When somebody comes along and they look good and they got money, that's still not good enough for you. When they come along, they look good, they got money, their head's on their shoulder, and they treat you right, and they can do and fulfill everything that you want, or almost everything that you want, that's what you're gonna bite
Preach,
on.
Rico.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you start to set a quality. That's how you get quality partners. When you settle for the bare minimum because he got money or because she got money, because she gonna take you out on a date, because he gonna take you out on a
Quick
date.
to settle.
You're quick to settle because you're quick to take one good thing out of the 10 that you want,
But that
or
comes
3.
from confidence too, though.
And,
Because I have
Good
friends.
conversation. Are you a settler?
I have people
Most
that don't
are.
think that they can
think
do
so.
better. And just like you said, you set a standard, and you set a
Senator
standard.
what's your town?
No, senator of the state. Stop.
But
country,
no,
whatever.
I respect what you said because you.
Power
you
to the
basically-
people.
Can you,
All right, I'm good.
Now,
sorry.
what Rico had said was that basically he sets the standard for what you set the standard for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So once you realize, all right, that's not good enough for me, you keep going. You never said, all right, you know what, I'm just gonna have to accept this and take it for what it is and settle in this relationship. And I know people who think that it doesn't get any better. A person has mentally like.
There's like
What's
a
that
block,
word?
like
yeah,
settled.
there's a block. Yeah, they've settled for someone because they think that it doesn't get any better, or they don't know the potential that they have because they don't have that confidence. And I have a homegirl who has let someone like manipulate her for years, and has gotten like money out of her and everything. And I'm just like, yo, huh? I'm not gonna fucking tell you. But she's a beautiful girl, but
Wow,
she
Ellen.
allowed someone to make her feel. She's a beautiful woman that allowed someone to make her feel like she was never going to find anyone that was going to love her the way he did, and she was never going to be able to level up from what he was. You know what I'm saying? And I think that you have to understand that if you just believe in yourself enough and believe that you have standards that you're going to set by and you're going to go for them, and they will work out if you just go for them, then you'll find the person that you need. But you don't give up on yourself. You just always know. This has always been my motto forever. because I used to watch the fuck out of Annie, right? I used to love me some Annie.
I remember that.
And I love that song, The Sun Will Come Out
With the
Tomorrow.
fro.
Yes. The sun will come out tomorrow. This orphan was like, the sun will come out. And
With the
you're
red
just
hair.
like,
I remember that.
and that song stuck to me because no matter what, you could be having the toughest of times. But after the rain, the sun always comes out. That's literally how I've gotten through
another day.
life.